1 2 1 2. Looks like we're live. Looks like everything is good. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. I'm back at the charts, back with you guys. 15 minutes till the markets are opening up, so we're gonna go just like every single day we do through dollar, USD, BP. I'll actually start with just checking in on. I'll start with checking in on a few charts that we looked at during the weekend. I was interested in gold inverting this fair value gap, and this is what we got. I like that we're creating a quite trend line here, but we'll see. Maybe this daily liquidity level will be breached. Also we talked about Bitcoin a little bit, right? So DCUSD, not Rwanda. Here we go. Coinbase. 59,000 is our target. We're getting there. Like what I see. Here with you. I like what I see so far. We're gonna continuously monitor it and watch it, but so far so good in a way. Yep. We'll see if we can work with it or not, but we literally called for this fair value gap to hold the price into continuation at 69. I'm literally right now just waiting for the February to close, so tomorrow is the last trading day. If we close above this high of the fair value gap itself, I'm interested in 69s being taken away from the market, so cool stuff. Anyhow, dollar index is being supported by this daily fair value, weekly fair value gap, as well as this 50% of the wick level. I'm happy with that. This is what we hoped for as well. Fortunately, we're bouncing away from this buy side liquidity level. But just like I said yesterday, I said it on Monday as well. These markets are nasty, and I'm not trading forex third day in a row because we literally pushed out the targets that I wanted to see through London, and now this retracement into the range is just not something I want to participate in, because when I opened the charts today, like a few hours ago, even, or right when the session started, we were back in the equilibrium. We retraced 50% of the range already. So, too bad. But I'd love it to continue higher, but I think we're not gonna get it today. So, because we pushed so high already, and we're still trading above midnight. Yet, what I'm happy about is that we just went above the new week opening this morning, so we'll see if we can work with it or not. Gonna answer one quick message and we'll continue. Daily chart Euro USD. I wanted this retracement into the weekly chart, but probably we're just gonna continue higher from here. With both sides of the market being taken away from us. This 1 hour fair value gap not traded into, but yeah, here we go. So this 4 hours inversion is happening, so we're gonna see if we continue lower from here. But I'm trying to take a look. This 15 minutes inversion happening as well. Maybe we're gonna find this is a YouTube 22, probably even panning out. So we have a swing low here. We're gonna monitor. I'm not gonna trade in front of you guys. Sorry, not. I'm not happy with forex pairs forex charts at all lately, so I'm not gonna do it in front of you, but kind of breaking this structure, and we have a fair value gap left open here. Possibly YouTube 2022 panning out. So we have higher time frame fair value gaps in terms of here we have a 4-hour fair value gap, we have a 15-minute fair value gap. We just traded above midnight, and we took buy stops resting up here, buy stops resting above here, 3 drives pattern. We break the most recent swing low and we create a fair value gap. YouTube 2022. Possible entry from here towards the sell side. Even less, probably 55 pips stop loss. So very honestly, if this would be a kill zone, I would be looking to enter right away. This is a good possible trade. So yeah, Euro USD. I'll come back to it during the stream. We'll take a look if this pans out or not. But this is a YouTube 22 short, right in front of you. So going into GBP USD, I'd love this fair value gap not to hold the price for the market to continue lower, but I'm not positive if we're gonna get that offered. But we just continuously pushed lower since yesterday throughout the night, and this is and nothing pleasant that I can evaluate. So I'll just like I said, for GBP USD to come back into my list of interest, we have to leave the range. We left the range to the downside. Now it's a decision making time. If we close below this daily fair value gap, I'm gonna be happy for it to continue lower. If we don't trade below it for the rest of the day and we close in it, I'm gonna continuously look for buy stops to be taken. Decision making time right now for tomorrow. If we close below this fair value gap on the daily, I'm gonna go bearish, and if we close in it or above it, I'm gonna go for buy stops on GBP USD tomorrow. Gonna be interesting to see. Okay, and now coming into indices. 8 minutes till markets open up. Swing high confirmed. We traded lower yesterday during a very nice run on sell stops in terms of 1 hour, 15 minutes chart, but we couldn't trade it at all because in lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute lower, it was just nasty. But we got this 15-minute fair value gap break of structure. Basically 15 minutes YouTube 22 entry here. All of that was called yesterday on live stream as well as in written form on Discord. Sell stops taken. That happens during lunch hours. Coming into the PM session, we run buy stops. Perfect day, to be fair, to be trading, but a little bit on a higher time frame than I prefer, so couldn't really execute much. And so let's take a look at what we have shown for us right now. So take a look, 1 hour chart, not supporting this at all, so I'm just gonna take it off. And I see a few fair value gaps that I want to note on 15 minutes. So this is supporting the price. As long as it does, I'm gonna be bullish on. Yes, probably. Let's take a look at lower time frames. It's gonna be a nasty opening range, I can say right away, but I'm gonna mark a few things. So have buy stops taken, sell stops not yet. So let's mark sell side liquidity resting right below us. Let's do that. And 5-minute chart one more time. There is a fair value gap that is holding the price to the downside. Let's note that. and we'll see if we can find any openings for ourselves, but this trend line is not holding, which is reasonable. Inversion probably here to go lower. I won't take this entry, it's a bit too early for me, but monitor this 5 minutes fair value gap for possible short towards this 15 minutes fair value gap below us. We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna play with it or not. But we're trading below new week opening gap, new day opening gap, both of them. So let's take a look at Nasdaq 4 hours chart. Not much, just consolidation. The big fair value gap resting below us. 1 hour. Let's see. Yesterday's lows taken. 1 hour fair value gap inverted. And right now we're just consolidating. I'm gonna note the same 15 minutes fair value gap right here. Previous day's lows taken. We traded into new week opening gap. I'll take a look at that as well. Sell subs taken, but I literally called a few, I don't know, 5 minutes before the news happened about these two liquidity pools. So we have buy stops resting above here, sell side resting below here. 8:30 news drivers come in, buy stops run through, market turns around, no entries offered, and sell stops taken away. And we're again consolidating. This is very boring in terms of possible trade entries because it's very hard to trade a ranging market, but we'll see if we get anything offered. We have sell side resting below here. So let's take a note of that. And we're literally gonna start looking at the markets opening up. So we get yes, you ready to go for all of us. And I'm gonna try to take a look if this, yeah, there is that same 5 minutes fair value gap on NQ, and on 1 minute chart. What do we have? So swing high. No, there's no SMT, no nothing. So we're gonna have to monitor. Few more minutes till market's opening up. Initially, I would say if this 5 minute fair value gaps hold the price, I'm gonna look for sell stops to be taken or making any other decision. But we're gonna allow the market to open up. But looking from a bit further away, this 15-minute fair value gap holding the price to the upside from this swing low is a bit bullish still. So we'll see how we react down here. So a little bit of waiting for us right now, next 3 minutes. So we'll see what we get offered for us today very, very soon. I love playing around with new day opening gaps and new week opening gaps all the time. So this is the new day opening gap for NQ, new day opening gap right here on ES. And look how this is the exact thing why I tell people that supply, demand, whatever pattern zones, indicators don't work. Because this is the real stuff. New week opening gap is at 17960.75. Make a guess what is the high of the most recent dealing range. Exactly the same. 17960.75. Random, right? Have fun trading patterns and everything else when there's stuff that actually works and predictable and kind of actual in terms of being very, very accurate and doesn't leave any space for interpretation. So fun stuff here. Very nice stop hunt to take out buy stops during the news, and top of the range in a level that is also predictable and very much not random. So I'm very happy to see the markets giving us some indication that it's coming back to working properly. So a few seconds till the markets open up. Sell side just was taken away from us on ES. See if that pushes it to the upside. It shouldn't share with you, but we'll see. Keep it to my notes. So we have SMTs in terms of ES taking out sell stops, and then Q does not. This push to the upside is very reasonable. We're gonna see get that 5 minutes inversion offered. So 5 more 1 minute candles to see. Indication right away for us to look for buy side liquidity to be offered. So we'll see if we continue higher and we break that 5 minutes fair value gap. We kind of said that this 15 minutes swing low. So this 15 minutes fair value gap offered through this swing low is giving a bullish structure for us. But look at this possible trend line broken right now. Trend lines like this never stay into the. So this 5 minute fair value gap offering a short possibility here is very relevant for us. Take a look. Yeah, right here. It's trend line. Bomb broken with a fair value gap. Possible entry right here. I don't enter this because we're not in a kill zone yet. If this would be 10:01, let's say, AM, this is a very nice optimal trade entry with trend line phantom. You are here, you can put it in your notes. Trend line phantom being broken. Fair value gap opened up. Outside resting below here, and very nice possible entry. How are you guys doing? What kind of levels are you guys looking at today? Oh my god. Let me know, maybe there's some charts you want me to take a look at or anything like that. Or then how to do it. Trade of it for the 4th time in a row, I think now. Literally logs me out from my trading account during the stream. Sits like this for the whole day. Nothing changes, nothing happens. Bam, I start streaming. Takes me out from my trading account. Weird, but this is what it is. So SMTs, we're not interested anymore. Buy stops ran through. Cool. 5 minute fair value gap supporting our idea for lower prices. So now we have to see if we find any support on this 15 minutes fair value gap on both ES and NQ. No fair value gaps offered yet on the opening range, but what I'm gonna start doing is noting the highs and the lows of the range itself. For now. Thomas, I don't know if you're here, but in Discord you said 117,960. You would like to see that before going lower. I would disagree with you because of two things. One thing that probably you should have noted is that because buy side is already ran through. Bias is bearish on 1 hour, 4 hour, especially 1 hour as well. Bias is bearish. Buy stops were ran through already right here during a kill zone at 8:30. There's no need to go higher anymore for the market. It can literally just continue lower. Second thing, this is not a random high, just like we talked about. This is a low of the new week opening gap that market found resistance in. So I would not have expected 17,960s to be round through on the session, just at least not yet. But yeah, two reasons why not. Third one, because we have this 5-minute fair value gap. Was it giving us way to attack lower prices? But we'll see. We might get up there still. Nothing indicates that we won't, you know, but we still have to let the market open up a little bit, and we'll see. So if we look at 15 minutes, we have an SMT again. And Q has jumped into the 15 minutes fair value gap. Noises. The office again. But NQ got down to that 15 minutes fair value gap, so we have a higher time frame SMT, higher time frame, 15 minutes time frame SMT offered. I'll note that, and because of it, I just said to you, Thomas, that why I don't accept 17,960s to be run through, but 17,960s are coming through right now, probably. That 5-minute fair value gap is gonna get broken. Possibly. And if it does, we have an SMT. What do we do with when we have SMTs? We look for inversions to appear. I'm gonna change that from just a red zone on my chart into a possible inversion setup. So we're gonna wait out 3 more minutes to see if that 5-minute candle, fair value gap, sorry about that, gets inverted. If it does, we're gonna enter some buys with you guys. This will be fun. Thanks for answering. Not a problem, Thomas. Not a problem. We'll see. But initial bias for me is still bearish. So we have to continuously, and this is why I don't like to trade anything on indices before 10 a.m. because usually this 9:30 to 10 a.m. range is not that, it's not unpredictable, but it's a little manipulated, right? So, but if this inversion gets offered, I'm gonna stick to 5 minutes chart. ES looks a little bit stronger than in Q, so we're gonna go for a buy entry on yes with you guys, but I like those buy stops resting above a little bit better on NQs. Let me make a decision real quick. Where do I want to go? So 33 handles, 5 handles. And where would my top reside? 10 handles, 3 handles. Not sure still what I'm gonna do, but I like NQ a little better than ES. And I will see if we can work with it, but I'm literally gonna play with only one contract still, because we're not trading in 10 o'clock yet. But if we get that inversion offered in a few seconds, so go for buys, because I like this SMT. I like buy side resting below, at least short term buy side. Buy stops, and here we go. NQ, we're in. Let me start placing some limits. 17,965. Yeah, let's do that. 17,965. 17,965. Here we go. Yes, didn't get inverted. This is something that I don't like right away. And this is why I opened only one contract instead of 4. Right? So let me break it down. Usually I would, if I open a position on NQ, I trade with 4 contracts, and I trade with 8 contracts on ES, right? Why only one contract? Few rules. First is that we're trading against my bias. When I trade against my bias, I usually use only 50% of the risk. So that already goes from 4 contracts to 2 contracts. Another 50% risk off for me is because ES is not confirming the same move. So one more point in terms of, so 2 points basically why I lowered the risk. One is because it is against my bias, and another is because ES didn't confirm that move. So I'm still happy to trade with one contract, 2 contracts. Who cares? It's money that you can possibly make. Have the same position on my personal account as well. So we're gonna see what we get out of this. But this looks very good so far. And I'll put something to my notes. Done that. I haven't traded 5-minute chart for a while in front of you. Doing something different myself right now. Let's zoom in a little bit to see what are we getting offered on 1-minute chart. There's a fair value gap right here. Fortunately, was buy stop, and there is some buy side still resting above even though the premium, I don't want it going any lower than here. If it closes below, I'm gonna close the position, take a small loss for the beginning of the session, and then we're gonna with it later. Let's see. Oh, 250 in a loss for the first trade of the day. This inversion setup is still valid. The structure is not broken, but I want the markets to be in sync a little bit more to hold on to a position. So let me show you the executions. Same candle, but this will be a little bit more clear. So just as soon as we closed at 940, above this inverted 5 minutes fair value gap, I was hoping to go long 1 to 1. But with this 1 minute fair value gap right here not holding the price at all, actually, it literally ran the trade. And so far, much movement, opening ranges in as a consolidation, and so above. Proud to see one more time. But ES is a little bit stronger because the SMT is bullish on the ES side. So no, I won't trade this. This is a possible entry on ES again, right? So we have an SMT, we have 5 minutes inversion happening. Market trades above that 5 minute fair value gap, closes above it. We come back into that inversion for a possible buy entry to run those buy stops and to trade into that 1 hour inverted fair value gap right here. But since that idea failed on NQ for me, like I can't enter on the same idea right away. I have to wait for the market to show its hand a little bit more. On paper though, a totally valid trade on ES right here. But we'll see. I'll wait for 10 o'clock. I'll wait for the opening range to form. And then the fun begins, as always. So I'll take this off. The fun begins at 10 a.m. because it becomes a little bit more clear in terms of what the market wants to do. See if we can find something to work with right after with you guys, okay? If this is gonna be a third day in a row where the only session that I have time to trade here in Thailand, this is literally the only session I can trade properly with good focus. If we just consolidate for a third day in a row, it is what it is in a way, but I'll be in. Didn't get annoyed at the markets, but I'll just consolidate today. Yeah. I'm just going through other markets right now as well. No, no, nothing interested on other charts. I was looking at EU and then that possible short entry doesn't look to be panning out at all. And what is happening here is just nasty also. So that 5 minute inversion still holding on ES is weird in a way. And Q just ripped lower, saying I'm not interested in what you were hoping to happen at all. Fine. I'll keep this out here. Even though buy stops over here were taking, so let's take in. Lower 15 minutes candle is closing in what? In 10 minutes from now. We'll see if we can play around with it or not. Hmm. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Let me take those away. So how's that taken on in Q? Which is interesting. Yes, I like the price going lower. Yes, I do. But not in a way that we just got it offered. To be fair with you. Um, I'll stop taken, right? I'm just trying to evaluate a little bit better for myself in terms of what I see. Um, I'll stop in. We went even lower with the opening. We're going a pretty big opening range so far, so I'm happy with. That taken is cool. What do we have on ES? Not much showing just yet. Um, so 8 more minutes to go. 8 more minutes, and then we see. Mm, So remember we talked about euro for a few moments. Dollar index just continues lower, which is why I don't show it in front of you because I have charts on my left, but dollar is not supposed to trade together with any Q like it is right now. Q going lower, dollar going lower. That is what I want to see. But we talked about euro, which just pushed higher, and a possible trade entry from here. So and this is fair value gap just literally didn't hold the price in, so you would have closed the position what 2 candles into the trade itself, and yeah, that fair value gap doesn't hold, you close the position. Very very simple. GBP USD, we're not interested, and a few more minutes to go till 10 a.m. So let's take a look at right? Thank you. Took away the buy stops during the news. Now trading below this 15 minutes fair value gap. We have sell side resting below right here. And right below that sell side is this 1 hour fair value gap that we hoped that the market will trade into throughout this week. We're nearly right. Sell side was resting below here. That is taken away. But I don't like this. Like this, there's no, how to say, there's no price structure that I like as of yet. Yes, just consolidate at all. So we're gonna see if it opens up a little bit more, or if it doesn't. But I'm just gonna come back to euro one more time. Are we breaking lower? No, we're not. Interesting. Possible short from here, but ain't gonna happen. So 5 more minutes. We'll see if NQ closes below that 15-minute fair value gap, indicating a possible inversion. But we're a bit too low for me to go short. That 5-minute inversion on ES didn't pan out. And I'm gonna say it out loud, kind of. 30, dealing range right here. If we're gonna sit in this dealing range throughout the session, like first 15 or 20 minutes of it, I'm not gonna stay with you guys. Worth my energy. We literally had 2 sessions in a row on Monday and Tuesday where we were held into consolidation because we couldn't leave the opening range of 930. So if we don't leave the range, you know what happens. Holiday. Not gonna play around and then put on any additional risk in a consolidation profile that we might get on it. To take in 1 minute. I'll go here. I'll just mark it and I won't trade this because there's no actual SMT on paper. Yes, this went a lot lower. So the range is a lot lower than from this low to this low, right? But it created a lower low, so there's no SMT. This inversion with sell side being taken is not something I play with, especially because we have this 15-minute fair value gap right here, right? I want to see it inverted. So this 1 minute inversion happening to run more buy stops again, not my interest, okay? Some electrolytes for me. Stay hydrated. And few more moments till 10 a.m. And so sorry about that. For a YouTube 2022 model to pan out, right? What I would love to see, and Q, I don't like the structure that much, but even though the bias is bearish for me, YouTube 2022 possibilities of sell side resting below here, right? 15 minutes fair value gap here. Well, lower, bounce away from it, create a fair value gap with a bit of structure, break swing high. Why not? Literally, why not? To 50-80s even maybe. We're gonna see what kind of structure we create, but could be possible YouTube 2022 entry. Let's ranges about 10 handles. You need only 5 handles for a possible entry, so keep that in mind. I'll monitor that too. 10 o'clock is here, so start digging. So that 15-minute chart got inverted. This is a possible short from 10 a.m. candle on 1-minute chart. I'm not gonna take it. We're too low already. But this sell side being ran through totally. Also, what you have to keep in mind that might open up a YouTube 2022 buy entry to run out some buy stuff as well. Market trading lower like this. Structure here, swing high, let's say, right? High, creating structure, take maybe more sell side, pushing through, breaking the structure, the gap, entry, why not? Right? But we have to wait and see. Now this is the interesting part of trading, and the most interesting, but the most boring as well, the waiting part of trading. Now we just have to wait for this. We even see any structure. We need to see every way the chart moves. Movement. Since we're playing the waiting game, guys, anything you want me to go over, or any questions from earlier sessions or ICD content that we work with on Discord channel? Putting a note here that buy side is resting above with a fair value get right above it. It's equilibrium though. So a bit of a premium. Not interested in going short this, even though it is 5 handles. Okay. There is a fair value gap right there. On that. It might just be one of those days that I don't take any positions anymore after that Nasdaq trade didn't work out, which is fine, but so 1001 and 9 3, 10 SMT. 1 minute chart getting inverted. Hmm. Open up 5 minutes. 15 minutes. Nope. 5 minutes. I can't go long from this. Like, however much I would love to do that, I just can't. On neither of the chart. There's just not enough, how to say, impulse itself. One thing. Impulse, second thing, we already talked about it, and we're talking about it for third way that the market are right now. We're still in a dealing range of the opening from 9:30 to. We shouldn't be trading. We are in it. Oh man, let's see where's 8:30. So 8:30 open is here. So we're trading below it. I don't want to put down things on the chart that would say, okay, Ignas, you can go long because we are here and there, but we're trading at on ES, on NQ, we're below. Let's keep it on that. I like this though. This is showing us some structure. True south. Oh, much better. What we got. What do you want to know about the USD JPY? Let's open it up. USD JPY. I'm literally gonna look at this chart first time this year. I know it's a dollar pair, so have some at it sometime. Take a look. So on monthly buy side, there's above that. Monthly got inverted, so very simply bias bullish. But let's go lower. Jokes aside, right? Double top bias bullish. Double top there. This is just getting so. Most recent daily fair value gap price though. Still bullish. Let's lower. 1 hour. So sell side resting below, sell stops run through right here. I don't see any break of structure though. 15 minutes, sell stops, run through one more time. No, nothing. Bias bullish is like just 151944. It's gonna be run through. When I don't know, but it's gonna be taken. Hope it helps. What do you want to know though? Don't trade charts like this though. Like why would you ever want to be somewhere here? Like take a look, 1 hour chart, right? Like why? Eh? It's bunch of nothingness. No. But let me know what you want to know about you. I call 151944. Let's take a look at it in week, 2 weeks, whatever. We're gonna get there. First time looking at the chart. I'll take it from for no? But let's see what we missed. So yes, pushed through. Trading 15 minutes for value gap. I'm literally gonna say it out loud like I can find possible setup for both shorts and longs. As soon as I say that, I have to stay out away from the market, because if I can find convictions for both sides of the market, there's no participation. And literally right now I can find conviction. And since I can find a setup for both a buy entry and a short entry at the same time, no entry at all for me. Yeah, I watched that ICT video as well. So literally when I put down notes about episodes, is I watch the video, I scribble a lot of notes, and then at some point I fix them up. I literally watched it this morning as well, I think, or yesterday, somewhere around this week, you know. But so sell side resting below, sell side resting below. Both charts, I agree, right? This is gonna be just me talking to myself a lot. 15 minutes inversion happening, right? This is just nothingness, like this, boring, not nice, not cool, at all. But 1 minute. So we got out of the dealing range on ES, not an NQ. We're trading in A. Okay, a bit of a premium, but I'm gonna note this fair value gap. And if it holds the price in, we're creating an SMT. Let's see if this high was taken away. Nope. So we're probably still gonna run that high through on ES. And I'm gonna note this. Relative equal lows here. I like that. Relative lows here. Well, cool. So we see. Take this buy side away from it. Some point, please. This won't stay in. This won't. But so as soon as we take those buy stops away, let's if we could possibly go short, right? Mm. We need to take this buy side away though. On yes. It's candle closing in a bit here as well. Would be nice to close in though. I'm getting drained though, so I literally said that I'm not gonna be interested in doing anything here in front of you guys if 20 minutes of trading, we don't get out of the range. Yes, we ran the high of the range through, but double top still is there. We're still consolidating, so literally if next, give it 15 minutes more. Next 15 minutes don't start running and showing any sort of structure that we can work with, I'm just gonna close it and call it a day one more time. Tomorrow is last day of the month though. So you remember I gave you a question, guys, why second or why third week of the month is usually aligns with monthly PO3 setup, weekly PO3 setup and everything else. Usually last week of the month is the worst for me because the markets overall are the worst on the last week of the month because everybody who is an investment banker or institutional trader or anybody who trades with good amount of money already made their profits and they're literally not trading anymore. And the markets are just staying in consolidation or like this because there's no need for them to move because there's no real interest in the market itself because there's 2 days left in the month only. And if you are a trader, you pushed through this month already, which was a very good month actually. Last week was one of the best trading weeks that I've seen for a while, But if you're really working with investing and trading, and you do it with very big capital, you're literally not interested to take up on any more risk right now. And the markets are exactly showing the same stuff, not moving, consolidating, and not offering anything in terms of like a big real move, So, and usually second and third week of the month, it opens up and it opens up nicely. So a lot of trading is a waiting game, So I always say don't spend more than 2 hours per day in front of the charts because it's just not worth it to watch live price action longer than 2 hours per day because you're just gonna drain yourself. What you can do best is journal a lot, tape read older price actions. Don't trade. Just don't trade for too many hours per day. Do some learning. Use it and use it for education of yourself and to understand the price instead of trying to trade it live. I wanted to say something important, but that didn't happen. So now I'm just laughing inside because I really wanted to try to say something important about not wasting your time and not watching the charts many hours per day. But yeah, I'm probably just tired of this bullshit price action myself. But I'll just repeat myself. Don't trade live more than 2 hours per day. Very simple. You're not gonna regret that. You're gonna love it actually. So enjoy your freedom. That's the best thing I can say. answered a few messages, but this is boring. Um, I'm not changing my bias at all. I'm bearish on SU. Not interested in a higher this. I want this 1 hour for value gap to get filled. Probably even go as low as here, but the initial stops in yesterday on ES that we hoped for. 15 minutes sell side resting below here. Sell side taken on in QE though. So we have a higher time frame, 15-minute time frame SMT. Let's note that. That right. So we have an SMT that we're working. Will that push the market through to the upside? I don't know. I can't say yet. If I would know, I would be opening a trade in front of you guys. Very, very simple, you know. But so double top here and 5 minutes for value gap. So I'll note that. This is in a very high premium in terms of this dealing range itself, so I can't enter it there. Let's take a look here. This 15 minutes per value gap is holding the downside though. Will that continue lower? Why not? But I want the SMT to the upside that we didn't get it because this is a double top. Let's 0790 790. Bad. Yeah, and then we have 1 minute chart, 1 minute inversion for a possible buy entry. Yes, it is. Not gonna trade it though yet. This slow is very, very nice. Waking in into the upside. We'll see how we react here, but this is a buy entry. I don't trade this. No, because I wanted a more clean SMT and the resting below too dangerous for me to go and buy into the market from this 1 minute inversion. But first reason why I'm not trading this because we're still in the range. Because we are in the range, I'm not touching it. There's a third day in a row that we're just playing with the ranging market. Not for me. Uh, I'm getting bored. I'm talking bullshit in Discord. I'm looking at Dow Jones too. Should we open Dow Jones? YMH H4. Oh, remember, why is bearish? Why? Because we don't know how we're gonna go in. Well, onwards. 4 hours chart. No imbalances here at all. Imbalance here though. 1 hour chart. Ba-da-bam. No imbalance is 0. Oh la la. But we have this imbalance being broken to the 4 hour, 1 hour daily. I can't see any bullish structure. Right? 15 minutes. Very, very simply. Watch this 15-minute fair value gap. If we close above it, inversion setup. Go. So I would watch this 15-minute possible inversion. Oh, that go. Two hours. On 2 hour chart. But do we have no imbalances, no nothing? Order block? Yeah. It's now I need this 15 minutes to get inverted to go bullish at all. So otherwise, no judgment from me. Dollar is continuously pushing, interestingly enough. I said I'm gonna get frustrated if we stay in the range. I literally just got frustrated. Um, really kept this by something above here. Is resting below. I'm literally gonna say I can't touch ES until neither. We're in a very boring dealing range. As long as we stay in here, there's nothing interesting. Too bad. Really wanted to trade today properly, but I just can't. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at Nasdaq though. So I'll take this away, but I'll do this. So last chance for Nasdaq is just like on Dow. I don't know, Auremas, if you're in the stream, but just like on Dow, Arnes, sorry. That 15 minutes for value gap getting inverted is something that could be of my interest because of this SM. Just like that, thank you. Now watch this. It inverted. Run towards 17965.5. Maybe. I don't know. I'll monitor that. Pleasure of watching market consolidate was mine also. Fuck that. Holy. Yep, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close the stream. Unless guys there's something you want to talk about, please do. I have energy, so I can do that easily. But if not, I'm gonna close the stream. I'm gonna wait for this possible 5 minutes inversion to happen, to run some buy stops. So it won't be a big trade on my end. 2 contracts only because we're trading again. That would be a trade against my daily bias. 2 contracts only. And we'll see if we can work with it or not. Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of buy side above here. So that 1 minute immersion confirming the idea as well. So we're gonna wait for 2 more minutes to open a possible buy entry like this. Initial take profit almost 30 handles. Five minutes entry. I don't really like trading 5-minute candles though, because you have to open up yourself to a little bit more risk than I usually want to, but fine. Let's see if we get the setup itself though. That would be nice, you know. One more minute and I'd love to see it. And we're probably gonna get that entry. Yep, we did. So getting into the trade. We're gonna scale down at 30 handles. So we have that inversion setup offered. We're gonna put some sell stop right here. And one more at 17970. 65 will be just, or right here will be just fine as well. So trade entered. We're gonna see how it plays. Very simple setup. SMT into a 5-minute inversion. So we just have to wait it out now. I was literally about to go home, but good. Um, let's see. 1 minute. What is that here? So let's adjust the notes to make it more understandable here. A 3. And so literally what I want to see, I want to see some speed as soon as possible. I want to for us to go over this 1 minute fair value gap as soon as we can. So unless we get that, I'm gonna set a stop right here and at 17900 as well. But literally, I just want to see speed because we're trading against my bias. So I'd love to see some speed because I don't want to stay in this trade for too long. If we get that, that's awesome. We don't, we don't. It is what it is, you know. This is an order block, this red candle at 10:33. Nice that it's holding the price to the upside. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna literally count to 3, just like I always do. So we have an order block. Stuff. We have 50% of it as well. So I'll just somewhere around that level. I don't care for being too precise. Then we need this 5-minute inversion to hold the price. So as long as we stay above low of that fair value gap, right around here, I'm happy to be in a trade. So one possibility. I'm just looking dollar index. together with Nasdaq. Too bad, but it just less likely for the trade to pan out because we have that. But I'm gonna literally count as long as 3 PD arrays order block, 50% level of that order block, and that 5-minute inversion holding the price in place. Bit to hold on to this. That's what we're gonna do. Hmm. Just noting that this is the last line of defense. So we have order block. 6. Oh. So yeah, we have an entry. We have just literally wrote it down and what I'm watching right now, what I'm interested in to see. And level, we have low of that value gap, and we have low of this. So I'm gonna keep my limits here, but as long as I don't want the wicks take me out away from the trade. But if 5-minute bodies will start closing below, this is where we run away from it. Mhm. I'd love to see this pushing through. I'd love that. So, but something. But pushing it through this 1 minute fair value gap and inverting it, just set up. Then you just shift your sell stops to break even, which is very nice to be risk free as well. And yep. The 1 hour. Or the PD arrays are not changing for. This might be a little bit hard to read on my chart to show you what I'm looking at. Make it easier if you do it or look at it again, but not getting much move. Double top created. Top created. ES gave way much easier compared to it. Well, I didn't find any steps I could play with on it. But it is. Oh, 10 to 11 macro is starting very soon. The price should start showing some more willingness to move. A few. a board buy size. Still, um, it is what it is. We're in a trade. We're gonna hold on, and we're gonna see. Uh, if it doesn't, mistake what trade. But I kind of think it because, and I'm trying in a way and just follow up. We're gonna trade the price and give it for us. Sorry about that. Just got that 5 minute offered. My side should be coming next now. PM session again will be nice. Just like we had a very nice PM session on Monday. Very nice PM session yesterday as well. I would say one of the two will happen during PM. So I'm trusting, right? If that happens, the stops are resting below and this 1 hour. As soon as we trade back to new week opening gap, maybe this 1 hour inversion, I would look for a move like that during PM session. But if we stick around this level and break lower, below here, we're gonna get that away from the market, move lower to 17,850s, and then look entries up from here. I don't want it going any lower. Not at all. We filled that 5 minute fair value gap inside the 5 minute version for a movement. Oh la la. Um, let's see what we got. Only fair value gap because very very nasty. I'm gonna take this away just to make it a little bit more clear. But I don't want it to swing low. The next candle, this candle still. We don't want it to swing any lower. Here we go. By taken, and what we want to see is, come on, we didn't get the inversion. So what I would love to see is the inversion happen. Here we go. As soon as we get that, I'm very happy with it. Like we've guys. Here we go, and there we go. Taken. That's good. And I'm literally, guys, gonna close this position. because I'm happy and I'm gonna contend with enough. And I'm literally closing this position because I want to go home and I want to go. So, one more time, we got 5 minutes inversion offered after an SMT. This swing go low, supported by 5-minute fair value gap. Buy side initially taken, and then we're closing above the dealing range of markets opening up at 9:30. Brilliant setup. I just banked 2% on the trading account, which I'm very happy with. I did it on both Top Step in front of you as well, my personal trading account. I'm gonna say good luck on good trading. I'm still gonna say that I'm bearish on both NQ and ES, so good luck waiting out the bullshit price action that we're gonna get on lunch, and enjoy going short during PM session. Talk to you guys later.